Hello there everybody, it's Sabara92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Higurashi Kai Minagoroshi Matsuribayashi. I almost said Minagoroshi, I'm a fucking idiot. Alright. Fuck. Well, we got a plan going, so let's just throw ourselves in and find out how it goes. That's all I can really summarize here. We gotta hide Rika, because Takano's on the move.
So that's it. Does anyone have any questions?
I have plenty of questions. That's because it could be one of those well-planned pranks. What I just heard is that extraordinary. But right now it's a bad idea to ask questions just out of curiosity. Oh my god, I think I had the music blaring like nobody's business. That would be a waste of time. Miona's already explained everything about the events surrounding Rika-chan. Who are we talking to?
Actually, I want to ask questions as a surrogate leader of the Sonozaki family. Because it has something to do with a series of mysterious deaths. But I won't go into that for now. All in all, it is a good idea to come to my house. We can protect ourselves even from a nuclear war.
Oh, I think I'm through Rika's perspective. No. Wait.
Ah! We have electricity and a telephone. Of course, we have plenty of food, too. If the mountain hounds are that tough, then this house is the only place that's safe from them in this village.
I'm sorry to have involved all of you in this.
Rika-chan apologizes from the bottom of her heart. Rika-chan has been dealing with this strange disease, the Hinamizawa syndrome, and also with suspicious people in Tokyo all alone until today. She has tried not to get us involved, and that's why she dealt with them all by herself. We can all imagine what she must have been feeling, so none of us can even think of anything to say to her. The silence goes on for a while, but then Hanyu slaps Rika-chan's back.
Rika, you've been apologizing too much since yesterday, and for God's sake, I've been apologizing way too much also. If you apologize one more time, you have to treat me with the cream puff every day. Besides, we all feel bad, don't we? Right, Keiji?
Hanyu suddenly okay, Keiji's bird, okay. I was doing the right voice this whole time. Hanyu suddenly talks to me. I can see she's expecting something from me. That's right. I'm the one who's supposed to set the mood. I have to get them motivated. What have I been doing just sitting around? That's right, Rika-chan. It was something we never even thought of before, so we were startled. But we're all thinking that things are getting interesting, right guys? Satoko, I think this is the real thing. You have some good ones saved up, don't you? I know you've been hiding some amazing traps for special occasions like these. This is a perfect chance to try them, don't you think?
Oh, you better be grateful that I'm here. I don't know who they are, but if I get serious, I'll use all my miraculous traps.
That's right. Satsuko-chan's traps are certified by Mi-chan, huh? Oh, they will chase away even a real army.
We're just talking about Satoko, but Rena will be merciless too, huh? Rena is usually easygoing, but I know her true power. When she gets serious, she may be the most powerful one among us all. She sure is something. I don't think even I can defeat her.
Oh, stop that. Your explosive power and your bang are powerful too.
What? What? You mean like explosive, like bang explosive? That was worded weirdly.
I know your power can defeat a fate that even I can't defeat.
If Keiji is a furious red flame, Renaissance is a silent blue flame.
Hey, that's a good one. Red flaming man, Mayabara Keiji. Blue flaming woman, Ryugu Rena. This is our chance to show the world what we've got. We're a powerful team with a powerful leader. Right, Mion? Oh, fuck. We're powerful individually, and when we gather, we're invincible. That's our club, right, guys?
You know, I thought I shouldn't say this, but I've been thinking. This is really getting interesting. I appreciate this, Rika-chan. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. How dare they even think of stepping into Hinamizawa without saying hello to us? I'll make sure to teach them some manners.
It has been only 5 minutes since Rika-chan apologized and the atmosphere got depressing, but our spirits are extremely high now. We're up against an absurd conspiracy, but if we're together, I think we can defeat it. This is great! Hanyu was the one who started all of this. She's a great newcomer. She knew exactly whom among us to get motivated first. Even when the older members were a little intimidated, she wasn't. Not even a bit. I'm anxious about her future.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for believing me.
Of course we all believe you. I told you that already.
If we didn't, we wouldn't be your friends.
That's why there's no need to thank us, Rika.
That's right! Oh god, my voice cracked there. That's right. Hanyu is right. You're good. I love it! I rub Hanyu's head. Hanyu laughs as if I'm tickling her.
Okay then, let's huddle. We have to get things organized. First, Rika-chan and Satoko are absent from school because they're ill, but in fact they're hiding here. This is just in case, right? Nobody would even guess they were here. Thanks to an Akasaka.
How nice of him. He remembers the promise from 5 years ago. How wonderful. I'm a bit envious.
He isn't my type, but I'm a little jealous.
It's not like that, though. It'd be kind of creepy if we're being perfectly fair, you know.
Well, he works for the public safety at the police headquarters in Tokyo. And he belongs to a secret unit, right? He's so reliable. A secret unit makes it even more special.
Agasaka is very strong. He's very reliable.
But Akasaka-san's part is more of a defender in an emergency. So Tomitaki-san has the more important job of finding out things about our enemy. He is our attacking force. Plus, he's the only one who can call in the watchdogs to suppress our enemy. In other words, Tomitaki-san is the key to victory. It's rather strange to know that our fate is in the hands of that clumsy photographer. Everyone teases her by saying they're going to tell him she called him a clumsy photographer.
It's not that I don't expect him to succeed, but I think we should prepare other measures too, just in case.
Very smart thinking, Hanyu. Very smart. We need contingency plans.
But Hanyu, what else is there other than counting on Tomitaki?
Hanyu is right. Tomitaki-san is a key factor from the enemy's point of view, too. If they find out he's investigating them, they may even assassinate him. This is enemy territory, after all. I think we should come up with something other than just depending on Tomitaki-san.
That's right.
It's hard to score with just one trap. I had to set many different traps to deal with many different possibilities. That's how trap tactics work.
Well, that's true. There's no need to limit ourselves to one angle of attack. We should look into ways to attack other than what Tomitaki-san is doing. But we don't know anything about Tokyo, though.
Well, if one of Tomitaki-san's important jobs is to call in the watchdogs, I want him to teach us how to call them. Then, even if Tomitaki-san is taken out by the enemy, we can still meet the victory condition.
You're right. That's what makes Tomitaki-san the most valuable. At the same time, that's our Achilles heel. Let's talk to him and make him tell us how to get to the watchdogs. The only problem is that he's hiding somewhere in the city, and there's no way to get a hold of him.
But I think that's a great idea. The next time we get a chance to talk to Tomitaki, let's ask him. So this is the first plan. Is there anything else?
Hanyu is in charge now, I guess. Fair enough. I think Rena realizes that too. She watches Hanyu, who tries to become one of us. This one is like insurance in case something happens to Tomitaki-san. I think this is me. This one is like insurance just in case something happens to Tomitaki-san. Let's think of a different angle of attack. Can you think of something that would help his investigation?
Ooh, that's a good one. We trap them somehow and find out something they can't deny. That would be a perfect situation.
If I'm the one they want, why don't I become a decoy? It's dangerous, but Takano and the others want me, so they'll fall for it. That's very dangerous. But that would prove Takano-san is after Rika-chan.
Let them see her and make them chase her. That may lead to something interesting. And that's where Satoko's hill comes in.
And once they go up there, they'll be in big trouble.
That's right. That'll be great. This is getting so interesting.
But that should be the last hand, though. Once we're barricaded in the hills, the situation will change quite a bit. I think this should be our last resort.
She's right. The traps on the hill are great as defense measure, but they only defend. They don't attack the enemy.
The barricade on the hill is our last resort, huh? The very final resort, for when the enemy attacks this location, and you have no other choice than to leave. By the way, we have an underground hidden tunnel that's connected to a well in the back.
Wow! Your house is great, Mion! Oh, shit, this is really getting interesting. The enemy's a mystery organization. We have a secret operation, a secret base, and a secret underground pathway. Wow! This is the sort of thing to get a guy excited.
Huh. I'm not a guy, but I'm excited too. Okay, now we have 2 ideas. We'll come up with more. Can anyone think of anything else?
Let's see. We want one more. This one is a rather defensive tactic, too.
Isn't there something more aggressive that's perfect for our club? You know, something to deadlock their conspiracy with one powerful attack.
Can we pull off something like that? Yeah. I'm sure we can think of something. We aren't as powerless as you think, Rika-chan. It's not like we don't have strong hands. You're their ultimate objective, and you're with us. That's an important advantage for us. I'm not suggesting to make you a decoy, though.
That's true. It's a huge disadvantage for them that we have the Queen Carrier. What's their purpose? It's to kill Rika-chan and activate the emergency manual so the village is destroyed. They want to use that for the benefit of their faction within their organization. Right? Yes. To them, Rika is like the fuse that will detonate the explosive.
Their intent is to explode it and create a commotion and use that situation to gain something.
That means that if we don't let it explode, we win. Well, that's a tough situation for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We have to continue to defend, but all they have to do is kill Rika-chan in any way possible. It's like a soccer game with the goal on only one side.
To denounce this abnormal soccer game with only one goal and call in the watchdogs is the framework of the Tomotaki operation, right? Isn't there a goal for us to defeat their conspiracy? There must be something. Sometimes it works to think from the opposite point of view.
Oh? Hey! There is one! Mion starts to grin in a weird way. Mion is great. She's getting a tailwind and she's getting hotter and hotter! Mion is smart. She is great at analyzing circumstances. That's why when Rika-chan first told us everything, she immediately judged that there was no way for us to win and became depressed. Mion gets depressed easily, but on the other hand, once she gets a tailwind, she gains an enormous power. We created the tailwind, and now her sail is getting the wind it needs.
Let me confirm this one more time, Rika-chan. The emergency manual is to prevent all the villagers from going mad within 48 hours of your death, right?
Yes, it is. Oh? Rika's never died before, so how do they know something like that will happen within 48 hours? She's right. That's strange. How can they say all the villagers will go mad within 48 hours? I'm not sure, but according to Takano, there has been a similar case in a different country, and that's where the 48 hours came from. I have no idea, though. Actually, Eri said he doesn't understand either.
Could it be? I see.
Oh wait a minute, I think this is Satoko. Could it be? I see. I know their weak point. I know too. See, that's right. This is a blind spot.
Eh? Eh? What are you two talking about? I don't understand.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either.
Okay, I had no idea who the hell was talking. I think I got Satoko right.
Hey, Rena and Rika-chan, don't you get it? Why don't we make the last person to figure it out do a punishment, hmm? How about you, Hanyu? Haven't you figured it out yet?
Yes, I have. That's why Rika is an important person for Takano. That is a hint for Rika and Rena.
Oh, here's a hint from me too. The enemy's intention is to make a commotion in Hinamizawa for their faction. To use the emergency manual as their method. In other words, this emergency manual is in fact the enemy's Achilles heel.
I don't get it. Oh, Rika, if you apologize for everything you've done to me, I'll tell you.
No way. Stop that ow ow. I want to concentrate.
What the hell did their voices change again?
I don't know, I think it's probably best that we don't question that.
What? Haven't you figured it out, Rena? Listen, our attack depends on Tomotaki-san, and that's our Achilles heel. On the other hand, the enemy's attack depends on the emergency manual only. That means if we destroy the foundation of the emergency manual, do you see? We just have to take away the meaning of the emergency manual, that's all.
Ugh. What is the meaning of the emergency manual? It's to hide the commotion of the Hinamizawa syndrome by making it look like a disaster. So that's why they want to execute the entire village within 48 hours. That's the enemy's intention. So you're saying, we just have to stop them from activating the emergency manual within 48 hours? Those 48 hours start counting from the moment of my death. So I just have to run during those 48 hours? Me.
Hey, you two are already saying the answer. Are you ready? I'll tell you the answer. Ready? Here I go. Rika-chan has to die 48 hours prior.
We say in unison. Hoy, we're good. We never miss.
I know, I got it!
I got it too.
Rena and Rika-chan clapped their hands together. They finally figured it out. Why did it take so long for us to come up with this?
We finally got it. We should have come up with this one on the first try. We've been talking rather defensively, so I thought you might never think of this idea.
Wow, I see. I love you even more, Hanyu. To acknowledge your achievement, I'll give you our club's special Grand Cross. Anyway, let's talk about the operation. Their goal is the emergency manual. There's a huge weak point hidden there. Its foundation is to execute the villagers before they go mad within 48 hours of the Queen Carrier's death. In other words, if nothing happens after 48 hours of Rika-chan's death, then the foundation of this emergency manual collapses.
That's it. That's an interesting plan, actually. Nobody wants to activate such a scary manual. But if it doesn't get activated, all the villagers will go mad and create a horrible situation. That's why they'll activate the emergency manual hesitantly to keep the damage minimal. But what if they find Rika-chan's dead body 48 hours after her death? The major premise that the villagers will go mad within 48 hours of the Queen Carrier's death, which is the only reason why they have to activate the emergency manual, collapses.
Fortunately, Rika is hiding here, so it's possible to lie about her death.
The last time Rika-chan was seen was yesterday at school. It'll be 48 hours after that in the early morning of the day after tomorrow. It'll be perfect to find her dead body around that time.
I see! It's possible to fake Rika-chan's death with the help of Ooishi-san from the police department!
That's right! We'll ask Ooishi-san to make a fake announcement that says Rika's body was found and that it has been at least 48 hours since her death.
Well, it may create a little fuss if he announces it publicly, so we can just let the Erie institution know. The manager's on our side, so it'll be possible to deceive them.
That is... What a great idea. Okay, is anybody else a little weirded out by her voice changes?
No, we've been kind of dealing with it for quite a few times.
Yeah, it's kind of something that we gotten used to.
Oh well, very well then. Once the emergency manual loses its credibility, such a horrible operation will never be approved. In other words, the weakest points of the emergency manual and Rika-chan.
Ooishi hasn't agreed to help us, but I know he will.
Oh, this will be such an amusing trap. I can just picture Takano-san running around in a panic. Takano believes Satoko and I are sick in bed with a cold, but she hasn't actually seen us. She's just assuming. But the truth is that we were somewhere else and suddenly my dead body shows up, and furthermore, I died over 48 hours ago.
Oh boy, this will be so awesome!
Clearly. Faking her death, that's actually... Damn! But this is all like hinging if Ooishi actually wants to help us. There's the question. And after that emotional moment that he had, I really don't know.
And the masterminds have to accept the failure of the emergency manual and withdraw. And that's when the hunters become the hunted. By this time, Togamataki-san will find out something about the enemy.
And he will call in the watchdogs and defeat the enemy. That's our goal.
All right! I can smell our victory. It's a perfect way to deceive them. Good, good. This is really good. We encourage ourselves by yelling 3 cheers. This is getting exciting. Extremely exciting! But the authenticity of the claim that it's been 48 hours after Rika-chan's death holds the key in this operation. We must enlist Ooishi-san's help. I just kind of have this feeling that he's probably going to say no. Right as we think of talking to Ooishi-san about it, he comes by the Sonozaki residence. Hey, buddy. Ooishi-san knows that Rika-chan is hiding here. He also knows there are some Mountain Hound members at the police station. The enemy even wiretapped Rika-chan's home phone. He thought using a telephone wasn't safe, so he came by. Smart Ooishi.
I saw Dr. Lee earlier. He told me to tell you that Akasaka-san is doing just fine. He has grown much in the past 5 years. He will hold down the fort.
Ooishi-san loosens his tie and drinks his barley tea. I bet he never thought of drinking a glass of barley tea at the home of his old enemy, the Sonozaki residence.
So, Ooishi, what do you think of this 48-hour operation?
Yeah, I think this is very interesting. This will shake the enemy quite a bit. They will panic and make some mistakes for sure. And that will give Tomotaki-san a chance to get the drop on them. Yeah, this is a great idea. It is true that if there are more people, there will be more ideas.
Ooishi-san laughs in admiration and assures us of the effect of the operation. However, he hesitates a little too.
This'll be a sink or swim operation. Whether we win or lose, I have to take responsibility. I'll do my best pulling splinters, but if I don't do a good job, I'll be in trouble. I have to be prepared.
Ooishi has to take responsibility in this 48-hour operation. A police department is a tough organization. There's no guarantee the department won't investigate. Ooishi-san is retiring this year. He's planning to pay off his loan with his retirement money. He's at a very delicate point in his life. It is a serious matter for Rika-chan, but it is a lot to ask of him. He has to throw everything away for this.
Shit. I know this 48-hour operation is a great idea, but I just can't.
Ooishi, if it's too much, you don't have to accept the part. We don't want to win using you as a sacrifice. Nobody knows what to say to him, but Hanyu breaks the silence. Hanyu is so lively during the club hours, but at a time like this, she can heal people's hearts. It's like a mysterious embrace. If her appearance matched her maturity, she would be a mother.
Besides, we are the members of the most powerful club in the world.
Even if the 48-hour operation doesn't work, we'll come up with a different idea right away.
Right, Mion?
Yeah, that's right. Ooishi, you can say no, okay? We shouldn't have gotten excited over this without considering your situation.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Ooishi-san. Rena mumbles to me while watching them talk.
Hanyu-chan is good. Who could say no when a young girl told them stuff like that?
Eh? What? Do you mean that's what Hanyu's trying to do?
Me. He is far more sly than I am.
As Ooishi-san moans and groans, Hanyu smiles, grins at us. I take back my previous remarks. Oh boy, she sure is sly. Shit! Hanyu is awesome! She'll be a dark horse to watch out for starting the next club activity.
Please, let me sleep over this. I'm going to discuss this with one of my trustworthy buddies at the department. Don't worry, I truly trust them. If I accept to do this, I can't make mistakes. So before I accept, please let me think over the chances of success.
Ooishi-san never makes promises unless he is sure he can keep them. That's why he says the things he says. But considering his position, this must be a brave decision. Even though Takano gave him at the order to get started early. Which worries me immensely.
Don't worry, Ooishi. Even if you lose your retirement money, Mion will take care of it. Right? Me. If he is going to help us, we have to do that for Ooishi. Me.
Huh? Well, you know, Uncle Mion's family is rich, I guess.
There's another sly one. Our club will become very lively from now on. Actually, yeah. Even if we do have the possibility of him, losing his retirement money, I feel like now that he's kind of on our side and realizes that the Sonozaki family is not the enemy, I think he might be able to, get a bit of an agreement with them, Although it would have to take a lot of convincing from Mion. And maybe even Rika, too. That or maybe Ooishi has to play a game of Mahjong with Oryu. The meeting ends with that. We'll find out if we can go ahead with the 48-hour operation or not by tomorrow, depending on Ooishi-san's answer. We haven't heard from Toмотaki-san yet, but I'm sure he has started an investigation on Takano-san. Manager Iri and Dakasaka-san have to wait patiently, surrounded by the enemy. They are in a very dangerous position. So I just have to pray for their safety. And then there is Takano-san. Still having a hard time believing she's involved in this scary conspiracy. If someone told me the whole thing was a lie, I might even accept it. That's why I want Toмотaki-san to investigate. Oh wait, this is Rika, I guess. She is mysterious and cool, but at the same time she is playful sometimes. Also, I think she is one of us, the villagers. So it hurts me a little to doubt one of us. I can understand what Toмотaki-san is going through. This doesn't have to be an investigation to confirm she is guilty. I want him to prove that she is not guilty. That is because it is painful for one to doubt another. Oh! Hello? Sorry for making you call me so often, First Lieutenant Toмотaki. That's okay. Anyway, did you find out something? A personal background investigation usually takes a few months. It can't be rushed within a day or two. But Toмотaki senses something huge has started to make its move after what Rika and the others told him. And it is definitely coming closer. But once it's close enough, it's too late. That's why he's checking the progress frequently. We are still investigating Major Takano as we speak. When she took a position at the Alphabet Project, her background was already investigated by a different department, so we requested those documents to be handed over.
The entire team is investigating her movements at the time she joined the Alphabet Project. Please give us a little more time. I understand. However, the situation is urgent, so please work as quickly as possible. Yes, of course. By the way, we've gotten an emergency investigation order of the Erie Institution today, unrelated to your request. It is a top priority. The Chief of Staff requested it. The Chief of Staff? And it's not related to my request? Yes. This is supposed to be a different matter, but from what I can see, I think this is a powerful push to support your investigation. The Chief of Staff is helping. It's hard to figure out the meaning of this. The only thing Tomitaki can tell from this is the top of the ground self-defense force has realized the danger of the conspiracy surrounding the Erie Institution. As Rika-chan said, if this conspiracy's intention is to enact the emergency manual, then the opposite camp will try to stop that from happening. His request for an investigation is the first step to stopping it from happening. So if the masterminds were influencing the Chief of Staff, he would try to put some pressure on this investigation. Yet, he is supporting... That means the Chief of Staff is not the enemy. On the contrary, it's possible he belongs to the opposite camp. Well, no, it'd be suspicious if he did. Maybe he was ordered to do so by the masterminds? If that's the case, the enemy has sensed something already, and it's possible they'll start exerting pressure. How much can Tomitaki find out before that happens? He doesn't know too much about the upper positions. But for the Chief of Staff to get involved? Putting aside if Takano is guilty or not, it is certain that something extremely big is starting to take place around the Erie Institution. We're making progress on the investigation of the Erie Institution. We haven't analyzed it yet, but there is some suspicious movement of funds within the institution. We don't know if it's just a simple paperwork mistake or if someone is actually trying to juggle something. I have an expert looking into it. What do you mean by suspicious? Well, as you know, there's an account for funds to run the Erie Institution. I'm suddenly switching into a weird German accent there. But the numbers don't match. There is a possibility that there are unknown inflows or outflows of money. Also, there are some questions on the dates of some receipts. We suspect some forgeries. Funds are usually supplied annually. For example, if a budget of 1 million yen is approved, 1 million is supplied in April, and a facility manages the money to run the place for a year. So depending on how they use the money, it's possible to have some leftover money at the end of the year. If they only use 900,000 yen, they will have 100,000 yen left. Then for the following year, they'll be told that they only needed 900,000 yen, so 900,000 yen should be enough. Furthermore, there should be 100,000 yen left, so they should only need 800,000 yen the following year. Therefore, they only get 800,000 yen when April comes, which is 200,000 yen less than the previous year. As some of you already noticed, the more leftover money you have, the fewer funds you get. Therefore, it's smart to use up the funds you get. That's why some people try to get by until the end of the year. And if there is 100,000 yen left, they try to make it look like as if they use the money, even when the money is in fact in a safe. And they report they used exactly 1 million yen, and they get another 1 million yen for the following year. Yet, there is 100,000 yen sitting in a safe. This 100,000 yen is called pool money, or secret funds. If they keep running with only 900,000 yen per year, then 100,000 yen will be added to the safe every year. And only a handful of people know about the money. This process is known as embezzlement, or a grab. As previously said, the Alphabet Project is using this exact trick, and certain masterminds are pulling in huge amounts of public money. To avoid this kind of situation, there is an accountancy audit every year, and people overlook to make sure nobody makes a personal gain from secret funds. By the way, it has been said that the reason why there's lots of civil engineering going on at the end of the year is so they won't have that 100,000 yen left. But that is not relevant at this point. The point is that they have to work hard to get the funds they want. Well, that was an example of having some money left, which is a good situation. However, it's also possible that there is not enough money.
Since they only receive what they need for a year, they really don't have any money saved up to use in case of an emergency. Therefore, an estimate report should never show more expenditure than revenue. If that happens, that means there is some extra money other than what was supplied. In other words, there is secret money involved. Tomataki was told that it's still being investigated, but the suspicious movement of the Erie institution's funds could be either case. The former is okay. It happens quite often. However, if it's the latter, there could be something very nasty hiding underneath. In other words, there's a possibility that funds are coming into the Erie institution from someone other than the formal sponsors. To be more exact, it means there's a possibility of someone putting in money to the Erie institution to intervene. Tomataki is having his guys look into the possibility of Takano and the Mountain Hounds rebelling. It is possible for Takano to take part in the conspiracy because of her personal reasons surrounding the research, but it's hard to believe the Mountain Hounds would do it because of sympathy. For the Mountain Hounds to take part of it, a huge amount of money must be involved. And this discrepancy could be a sign of such. Well, I mean, if you think of the Mountain Hounds as mercenaries, they tend to do the job for if they get the money they want, they'll do the job. So, if they get to the point where they can start demanding like ludicrous amounts of money, then that's... that might explain a couple things. Hello. Sorry, I just received a report. You know Koizumi-sensei, don't you? The head of the old Koizumi faction? He passed away recently, and the faction broke up. Do you know anything about a personal relationship between Major Takano and him? Yes. I've heard about it. Do you know Koizumi-sensei and the late Dr. Takano had a personal relationship? No. I see. Now I know why Koizumi-sensei adored Major Takano. This is very interesting. As a matter of fact, after Koizumi-sensei's death, there has been a liquidation of his secret account. And they found some withdrawals made by Koizumi-sensei himself instead of his attorney who took care of his finances. It happened about half a year before the Erie Institution's establishment was approved by the Alphabet Project. Wait a minute, didn't Koizumi-sensei use the money to make necessary arrangements beforehand to establish the Erie Institution? Nope. His attorney took care of the money for that. So the withdrawal wasn't made for that purpose. It must have been a very personal expenditure considering he bypassed his trusted attorney. Does the relationship between Koizumi-sensei and Takano-san overlap with that? Does that mean Koizumi-sensei supplied funds personally to Major Takano? Yes, that's what we think, and we are trying to corroborate that as we speak. We think Koizumi-sensei gave money to Major Takano personally, for purposes other than the necessary arrangement to establish the institution. So are you saying it's possible that Major Takano has a huge amount of cash at her disposal to instigate a revolt? Well, to establish the institution, Major Takano adjusted things with various organizations, but she did that through legitimate routes, not shady ones. So, if she didn't use any of that personal supply towards the establishment of the institution, she should have the whole amount at her disposal. I'm sorry, but what is the amount? 1 billion yen. Oh. Holy shit! What? Tomataki knows Takano at a personal level, but he has never sensed that she was rich. She was actually rather tight with her money. She never acted as if she had 1 billion yen. But then, that money is not just money to her. It's support from her grandfather's friend. She has to save it for when she needs it the most. If the new board of directors had even a little interest in the research, she would have used the money on them, but they simply laughed at it. That's why Takano gave up on bribing them. She decided to use it now, because the research of the Hinamizawa syndrome is being terminated. With 1 billion yen, it may be possible to bribe the mountain dogs. If Takano has sponsors, it'll be even easier. Her grandfather couldn't complete his life's work, but she is planning a magnificent ending for it. Shit. That's not her true intention. Someone is deceiving her and using her. Takano-san, sorry. Tomataki regrets not being able to understand her sadness, although he was right beside her. 1 billion fucking yen, holy shit. I don't know I've been told repeatedly, but I keep forgetting the conversion from yen to American USD. But, American USD, you guys know what I mean. But, 1 billion yen. Just the word billion already tells me the vast amount of wealth that is. Holy shit, that is ridiculous, man.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the Mountain Hounds will totally take that much money. Dear God. Jeez. And again, if I think of them as a mercenary group, they'll do anything for the right price. God.
Also, it's Okanogi we're talking about. Frickin' Okanogi! Okay. We don't know if Ooishi's on board with this, and it's fair. He needs his time to make his decision. Although, the time that we even have on the clock at the moment, it's already severely being worn out, and we're already running out of time as it is. I feel like either the next episode or the episode after is going to be a little wild. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it here for right now. Also, because my throat's been bothering me for a little bit, so I'm sure you guys heard me. I'm going to try to edit out as many as I can. Okay. Interesting. Faking Rika's death. I never would have thought of that. I mean, if Ooishi's on board with it, that might actually have a positive effect, I think. As long as the villagers don't go absolutely bonkers and insane. Unless they themselves are, like, brought into the fold and they're, like, told to, oh, by the way, Rika's been dead for 48 hours, don't worry. Or, just get them on board with the plan. Although it would have to spread like wildfire, but that would also be a negative side. That might be bad and work against us, because there's also a possible chance that there's some mountain hounds wandering around the village that might hear about it. Possibly. But then again, the village of Hinamizawa is so close-knit, they can immediately recognize an outsider. So I feel like they might be able to actually, plan this properly. And they might be able to keep the wrong people from hearing it. Oh boy. I think shit's gonna get really interesting from here on out. But then again, it's Higurashi. It's always interesting. So anyway, I'm gonna end it there. And thank you all so much for watching. Can't wait to see how the rest of this goes.
And I will see you guys in the next video.
Hello there everybody, Sabato92 here, and if you like this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you guys like my content, then maybe you'd like to check out another channel who I think deserves equal attention. So click that nightmare emblem and check out that channel, or go to the links in the description down below. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.